Let's take a look at CMMC capability C036, or Perform Code Review. This is tied to Practice Level 3 CA.3.162. It says, employ a security assessment of enterprise software that has been developed internally for internal use and that has been organizationally defined as an area of risk. And there's a discussion from the CMMC, which is version 1.2. It says, creating secure software implementation is difficult and require extra steps to assess the code for security-related vulnerabilities. Security assessment is a process of reviewing software source code in order to identify defects or vulnerabilities within an application. Security assessment may be done using manual or automated techniques. And there are further CMMC clarification from version 1.02. It says, the purpose of the security assessment is to assure the organization that the code has undergone sufficient testing to identify and mitigate errors and vulnerabilities. The review can be performed using static and/or dynamic application security testing tools. Static analysis examines the source code before the program is run. Developers vet the code against a set of rules. By performing static analysis early in the development process, the developer can identify specific errors and correct them in a timely manner. Dynamic testing executes the code to identify potential execution, memory, data issues in real time. Manual code review uses development teams to review the code against a set of secure development guidelines. So what does this all mean? It means that if you develop a software that is used internally and is in scope of CMMC, you will need to ensure the secure code review has been performed, either manually or automatically. To effectively achieve this practice, you should establish either a manual secure code review practice or an automated static and/or dynamic security testing program that fits your development environment. So let's take a look at these options. Manual secure code review or peer review will work, but it's probably going to be a lot more labor intensive. You will assign a developer to review another developer's code basically. If you want to go with automated static application security testing tool or SAST, you can find an open source or commercial tools to scan for vulnerabilities in your code. For example, if you are using Python as your programming language, you can use open source tool like Bandit to scan for the code vulnerabilities. If you want to go with the automated dynamic application security testing tool or DAST, you can find an open source or commercial tool as well. For example, there's an open source tool, OWASP Zap, that can scan for your web application vulnerabilities. If you are developing APIs, you will need to find and get a tool that can scan and assess your API vulnerabilities as well. In addition, you will want to track and remediate the software vulnerabilities that are found by these tools. Let's take a holistic view on the software security. To be more effective, you should consider building a software security program instead of just scanning the code. You don't want to have the developer keep making the same security mistakes and don't have the security guideline to follow. So here are some suggestions to build a software security program. Consider creating a secure coding standards or guidelines for your developers to follow. This is to show your developers how to develop secure code. Next, You want to train your developers to write secure code by following the secure coding standards or guidelines that you have created. You also want to share the regularly found vulnerabilities with your developers so that they can understand the mistakes they have made and also understand the root causes so they can be more careful when developing the certain code next time. My name is Kyle Lai. I'm the president and the Chief Information Security Officer at KLC Consulting. If you have any questions or need any help on CMMC or software security, please contact us at cmmc@klcconsulting.net. Thank you.